Hi, it's Diana with Friday Feathered Facts, and we're at the front desk of the Education Department at Wild today, so if somebody walks in the front door, we just might get interrupted. That's okay. I'm here today with two different kinds of falcons. There are 5 native to Montana: the peregrine, the gyr falcon, the prairie falcon, the Merlin, and the Kestrel. The American Kestrel is the smallest of the 5. This one happens to be a male, and they're the only birds, the only raptors where you can tell gender by color. And he has those black spots on his breasts, and of course his colors are a little more vivid than the female. She has a soft tan barred breast and back. All the other raptors look alike, except that the females are typically larger than the males. So this is a small male American Kestrel, and this bird on my hand here is a female Merlin. Now the only way we know she's a female is because for the species she's kind of big, so we're guessing that. They have different hunting styles. The Kestrel, you'll often see, it lives in open areas. Maybe on the edge of a forest, but they prefer open areas. They hunt from above, and sometimes you'll see them hovering over an open field while they look for prey. Then they go down, catch their prey on the ground by covering it. The talons are what they use to catch the prey. The beak is for tearing it into bite-sized pieces, since they don't have teeth to chew it up. Now the Merlin, on the other hand, prefers to catch birds in flight. So whereas the Kestrel's primary diet is small mammals, rodents, they also eat birds if they can catch them on the ground, insects, little snake, a frog, something like that. But the Merlin prefers to catch birds in flight, and its primary diet is other birds, while it will also eat rodents and insects, and, by golly, bats. They take bats out of the air at dusk and dawn. So they're pretty formidable. Falcons' superpower is speed. They are the fastest critters on the planet. And the peregrine, which is the largest, flies above flocks of birds and then dives down through them, and has been clocked at speeds over 200 miles an hour. So there you have it. That is the fastest animal on the planet. Nesting is somewhat different too. There's some interesting nesting facts. Although all falcons will, they'll just pile up a few sticks on a ledge or something, maybe even on the ground. But the Kestrel also likes cavity nests. So we'll go to your bird box perhaps. They will kick woodpeckers out of their hole. And Kestrel and screech owl eggs have been found in the same nest cavity. There's a lot of competition for nesting sites in the wild. The Merlin, on the other hand, isn't that crazy about cavities. They, as I say, will just perch on a ledge, but they will also decorate their nest a little bit. They'll put some leaves and maybe a little branch or twigs or something on it, just to give it a little homey feel. When these birds are courting, their aerobatic courtship rituals are a sight to behold. They are amazing. So if you're out in the early spring and you see falcons dancing in the wind, that's probably a courtship ritual, and it is awesome. So try to catch that if you can. So here's our 2 smallest falcons out of the 5 varieties. The Merlin, who you can see her wing hanging there. She has a damaged wing, which is why she's a resident here at Wild. She can't fly well enough to hunt, but you can get a good idea for the shape of that wing. I've had people ask me, how can you tell the difference between a hawk and a falcon in flight? Well, the flight patterns are different. Whereas the hawk will flap and soar, falcons don't soar very much. They flap and dive and spin and wheel, and their wings are pointed at the end, whereas a hawk's wing is more flat around the edge. So that's one way to tell. So here we are. Here's our falcons for the day. Comments, suggestions in the boxes, please. We'd really like to see them. Thanks. I'll see you next time.